So last week's article was absolutely no point in doing it. She didn't ask us about it, but I asked everyone else, or well, a couple other people, what they wrote about, and it had nothing to do with Ukraine. I'm going, why did the teacher say that I needed to do something from Ukraine when she didn't restrict anyone else? I don't understand that. But because I did a left wing site last week, I'm doing a right wing one now. It's News, which is Paul's site, and this is an article from Paul. Biden declares corona pandemic is over. Senator calls for an end to all vaccine mandates. Getting wins, even if it is only in the UK, or sorry, in America. I mean, and I know I'm going to be talking about this in the Twitter video, which will be recording right after this, but whatever. During an appearance on CBS News' 60 Minutes last night, President Joe Biden declared the corona pandemic to be over, right in time for the midterms. Why? Why are you doing it? Just before the midterms? Seems a bit weird. Anyway. We still have a problem with corona. We're still doing a lot of work on it. But the pandemic is over, said Biden. Maybe it's just the fact that I'm reading it, I'm not actually hearing it. That sounds very, Biden-y. It's typical. We were all made equally by you know the thing.
President, first Detroit Auto Show in 3 years.
Yeah.
Is the pandemic over?
The pandemic is over. We still have a problem with COVID. We're still doing a lot of work on it. But the pandemic is over. If you notice, no one's wearing masks. Everybody seems to be in pretty good shape. And so I think it's changing, and I think this is a perfect example of it.
Yeah, I was right. It's just the fact that I was reading it and not hearing it. But Biden doesn't even look real there. He looks like a robot. He's not even looking at the man in the face. Like, his face isn't even showing any expression anymore. Anyway, immediately after Biden's remarks, Kentucky Representative Thomas Massie insisted that the administration should now relinquish all the emergency powers it has grabbed by hyping the threat of the virus. They're not going to get rid of the emergency powers. They will never reduce any power that they have. If the pandemic is over, as Biden says, then all of the president's emergency powers predicated on a pandemic, all coronavax mandates, the emergency powers of every governor, emergency use authorizations, and the PrEP Act should all be voided tomorrow, said Massie. Senator Ron Johnson also called for an end to all vaccine mandates. With the pandemic officially over now, it's time to end all vaccine mandates. The script appears to have flipped, with the pandemic police state being replaced by permanent war as Biden pledged to send US troops to defend Taiwan in the event of a Chinese invasion. Let's go! Some people whose entire identity seems to be wedded to pandemic paranoia desperately countered Biden's assertion with #COVID is not over trending on Twitter. While the Biden administration may temporarily declare corona to be over for the midterms, yeah. Don't roll out them ramping up the hysteria in December and January as the flu season takes hold, and that is the end of the article. Yeah, this may... I mean, I don't know about them sending troops to Taiwan to defend against the Chinese. I don't know about that. Although, the only thing I have to say about that is that that's exactly what we did with, or what America did. Excuse me. That's what America did in Afghanistan, and look at that. That led to the Taliban and Al Qaeda, which led to 9/11, which led to Bin Laden, and the War on Terror, which led to ISIS. So, hopefully, not the same as that. But, I mean, yeah, Paul's completely right here that they'll just say that, oh, yeah, it's over, because if they didn't say it was over, then they'd be a bit screwed in the midterms. But as soon as Biden's future is secured, it'll be right back to, actually, there's a new variant of corona, or look at that, monkeypox is multiplied and it's all over the damn place now, or a new virus / plague / pandemic level event will come along.